Hello, hello, hello. I am Gepwin here with your Mac Gaming news, reviews, and gameplay, and today I would normally be bringing you your breakdown of the weekly Steam deals. However, this week there's only one Mac game available, that being Prime World Defenders, available for $5.09. Since there's only one available, and I have heard this is kind of a lackluster to average tower defense game, I thought that I'd go through and instead take you through three of my favorite free-to-play tower defense games. You know, if Steam isn't going to give you good sales, head over to Kongregate or some of the other Flash game things. There's lots of good games over there, especially in the tower defense genre. So let's take a look. First up is Cursed Treasure 2. This is a sequel to Cursed Treasure, which I had a ton of fun with. Uses a very broken down system with only 3 towers available, but the way that you upgrade the towers gives you a lot of versatility. Each tower has 2 completely separate paths that can go down that makes it completely different, and those break off very early on. Also, they can be upgraded into one of 3 ultimate towers at the end of their upgrade tree that do remarkably different things from any of the other towers, make it very interesting. You really have to plan ahead because you have to know where you want your ultimate towers to be on the map beforehand. Also, as you grind through the game, there is a bit of grind, but it's really fun. You get more experience. Every time you get more experience in a level, you can level up and add passive abilities to all your towers through an upgrade tree that does much better things. It's not just straight do more damage, attack faster, etc., etc. It does really interesting things like freeze enemies every time they hit, or when an enemy is killed by a certain kind of tower, it leaves a landmine in the pathway that other enemies will explode. So really interesting, very good upgrade mechanics. I find it fun. Also, the spells let you interact with the environment in a very interesting way. Has some land clearing in there. You can break enemy buildings that are on the map, and that gives you bonuses through the level. Really interesting, very well done. I definitely recommend checking that out. It does run a little slow. That's not just the recording, it does lag a bit. Even on a good computer, it lags a bit. There's been reports that there might be less lag if you play it on Arma games rather than Kongregate. I haven't really noticed that much, but just keep that in mind. I've seen it get a little frustrating, but it doesn't really break the game. Next up is Kingdom Rush. You may have seen this because it's also available as an iOS app. I've never played it on the iOS. I've played it on Kongregate. I really enjoy it. Very nice cartoony art style. Really fun, really interesting. Looks kind of hand-drawn. The upgrades are pretty good. There's only 4 basic types of towers in this one. Upgrades are fairly simplistic until you get to the end, and then it gets really interesting. Your towers can split off into 2 variants of every tower that do completely different things between the variants. But then also, once you have your tower upgraded all the way, your tower gets passive abilities that you can then upgrade further from there. So you can actually invest into the parts of your main towers that you want them to use, like critical hit chance or special abilities or things, instead of just having a blanket overall upgrade. The other interesting thing is that some of your towers act more as troop garrisons than towers that send units onto the battlefield to fight with the monsters directly and block the path, instead of just being a wall tower or a shooting tower or something. So your tower is actually reinforcing your troops on the battlefield. It's this very interesting mix of tower defense and actual troop management games. So maybe check that one out. Finally up is Balloon Tower Defense 5. Balloon Tower Defense 5 is a mouthful. It's also the 5th game in the Balloon Tower Defense series. This is monkeys versus balloons, which sounds as ridiculous as it is. Really, just a really fun, wacky game. All of your towers are monkeys. They throw pointy things at the balloons that are traveling around the screen. Incredibly difficult. You would not believe how difficult this game gets. There can be thousands and thousands of balloons on screen at once. You have to pop all of them before they get to the end. But your towers upgrade in really interesting ways, do really fun stuff. Really amazing game. I definitely recommend checking out. Takes forever. The levels are very long. It takes you a while to upgrade all your towers, to unlock your towers for later games. But if you're interested in a good tower defense game that's incredibly difficult, I definitely recommend that. Go check that out. I'll have links to all of these in the description. I really hope this has been helpful or interesting to you. I think we deserve more than one kind of lackluster game in the Steam sale. So go check out Kongregate, check out some of the free sites, lots of interesting stuff there. I will put links to all of these in the description. If you enjoy this or just like listening to me talk, like, subscribe, share around, all those fun YouTube-y things. I am Gepwin. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.